Cool.
gets in.
Got it. Get it. Good. Okay, well. Everybody sees my ES chart here real quick. Just want to make sure. Yes, cool. All right, sweet. All right, I'm all good, Justin.
All right, cool. Give me 1 second. Just gonna do real quick.
Oh, excuse me.
Cool. All right. Let's get started.
Sweet.
Awesome. Welcome, everybody, to another Sunday Stock Watch with your host, Mr. Banks, along with No Risk, No Premium. Thank you guys for coming out. As we know, as traders, we need to be prepared on the weekends, right? That's when we get started. We don't come prepared on Monday morning, right? We start on the weekend, and that's how we have great weeks. That's how we stay consistently profitable week after week. Now, if you guys are new here, what we go over is economic data, earnings for the week, and then we get into the indices and any kind of individual names that we like, our top picks for the week. So stay till the end. Lots of great information, lots of great education. Excited to have you guys. Happy Sunday.
Hey, happy Sunday. What's up, guys? No risk, no premium here, guys. Very excited. Great start to the year. Breaking out all-time highs. Swings are going insane. Day trades having lots of continuation, which has been very fun. Even though we've been stuck in a little bit of this, balance or whatever you want to call this, we've still have been able to seem to navigate this very well. So congrats to all you guys on a great first start to the year. But piggyback off what Justin said, guys, we're not able to do that unless we prepare, right? We have to prepare. Is my mic too loud? I'm sorry. Is that good? Does that mic sound good?
No,
That
you're good. You sound
that's
good to
good.
me.
Okay, sorry. I feel like I hear an echo in my headphones. But guys, we have to prepare, right? You don't start saying, "Oh, oh, Monday morning I'll wake up and I'll start prepping." I'm like, no, the game is on Monday. You start days before that, right? So Sunday we come in to get together, we look, we attack, we have an overall game plan of this is where we believe we'll make reactions at certain levels. Then we execute them in the mornings. We go in and fine tune those for exact levels and areas of interest and go from there. Right. So if you guys are joining us, just know you're doing the right thing. Appreciate you all for joining us. First thing we always do start with the economic data for this week. As you can see, very light Monday to Wednesday. Really nothing going on. Thursday is GDP and jobless claims. So Thursday and Friday are going to be our days. Let's talk about Monday first. Leading economic indicators that will produce a move. That's 30 minutes into the market open. That'll give us some sort of drop, pop, volatility, liquidity grab, whatever you want to call it. Now, it's not going to make or break the market, right? But it's something you need to pay attention to. That's 30-minute rule in effect. A lot of you small accounts peeps, let that data drop and then wait for the reaction of the participants to tell us where we are or aren't going to go. But if you're sitting through a trade in here and you have tight stop losses, right, and you don't have good risk management, you're probably going to have an emotional trouble during this time around 10 a.m. So that's all we have to worry about on Monday, Tuesday. Nothing scheduled. Big nothing burger. Like to see it. Thursday, no data in the pre-market. It says just data 15 minutes after the market open, all of these services and manufacturing PMI. Thursday, GDP. Thursday, GDP and initial jobless claims. We know every Thursday, we have jobless claims. We have to pay attention there. 30 minutes into the market open, we have new home sales. So Thursday, big day Thursday. Friday, even bigger. PCE. PCE. Anytime we have a price index that is giving us data, i.e., CPI, consumer price index, PPI, producer price index, or PCE, we want to know when that data is, and it always comes out the pre-market. That will definitely give us a move, right? How big? I don't know. Not a CPI move, I wouldn't think, but definitely something we need to pay attention to. Friday pre-market, 1 hour for the market open. Pay attention to that. If you're going to be swinging anything short dated from Thursday to Friday, this could play a part, or this could play a part in your decision, making. On to the charts here, looking at the ES. It's going to be really simple, I think, for the indices, right? Start with ES, S&P 500 futures. I think it's going to be simple because what do we see? I mean, 4140 breakout level. Do we get a back test? Right? I'm not going to long 79, but if we back test this thing on this daily chart, if we can get a back test into this zone, absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to basically, all we're going to be doing is having balance, breakout, back test the balance. That's a high probability setup. I like anywhere from 48.40 to about 48.45. Anywhere in this zone that gets a dip and hold in this zone, I'm going to look too long this area. Obviously, if we have a dip anywhere lower and then we want to go test the highs again, watch for the break of 48.80. I would just think 4,900, very nice whole round number would be something you could watch from there. Let's go to the monthly here. Let's really quickly. What do we do? Fibonacci extension. Where can we go from here? Where can we go? So we go COVID low to COVID high, back to a pullback. Where can we go? We can see perfect 50% was basically back to through the highs on this extension. 61.8 is the next level. 51.24. So what I could do is just put a price. Now we don't have to keep this annoying thing on here, but we could just say, whoa, edit. We should just say 61.8 extension, right? And we know that that's the fib extension, right? And we could probably put like a solid line there so we know the difference, and we could make this like blue or something. I don't know. There you go. Now you have that area just on the chart, but you don't have to keep all of the other extension stuff on there, right? There you go. There's your little tutorial on how to use the extension. Okay, SPY chart is going to be the same, right? SPY chart's going to be the same. We just have a Fibonacci retracement here. See that 50% retracement was perfect. Remove. Let's just do our extension here real quick while we're here. Okay. Breaking out. We've got where? 509. That's the next big level. Okay, I'm going to mark that. I'm going to take this back off just as it makes it easier. So what are we looking at now that we go down to the daily chart? Getting a breakout, monthly breakout, huge. Huge monthly breakout. So do you guys think it's a buy the dip or it's a shorting time? I mean, just by this chart, you could easily see cup and handle on the monthly or just a double top breakout. It looks like upside. It looks like definite upside. Excuse my chart here. Okay. Whoa. I don't know what just happened. Why did that take that in? Okay. Here we go. Nice balance playing out. 478 to 480 was our top of this balance. Now, you know, 480 was that previous all-time high. Okay, so 478 to 480. That's the zone I'm going to be watching for a back test. You can see we're at 482. Now, if we dip down overnight, right, and then we want to test the highs and maybe you don't catch the lows, watch for the break and continuation. I mean, you could see we are having increasing volume off of this low. I would think we probably get some continuation here, right? But I think the high probability setback is to not chase the highs, but maybe come down here and look at this 478 to about 480. Look at this zone in here for a very nice back test and hold. And let's see if we can catch, right, a dip buy into this zone. That's what we're watching there on SPY. QQQ. I mean, QQQ is, I mean, tech is going insane. Now, this is going to be harder. I mean, you've got to drop 8 points just to get back to these previous all-time highs for this back test to go, which you kind of see we did have that already, right? We broke through the highs, gapped above, back tested, held, and now went, right? So we can see that already happened. So now we're just going to want to see how do we react on our first pullback. First pullback and see how you're going to react. You could take the break of 422, but want to see where do we come back and pull back to maybe 416, right? Just see where we act here. Obviously, a high probability will be all the way down to 413. There's going to be a little bit of a gap here on the daily, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, to this chart, right? There is a gap here. So that would be a full gap fill and rip higher. But look, I mean, tons of volume and continuation up. I don't think the short trade is really a high probability trade. I would wait for the breakout and back test here. Now, Q's has ran a ton already. SPY has ran a ton already. Which one hasn't ran a ton already? This guy. Look how nice this IWM chart looks. You guys could see very nice bounce off of our old balance break. This is a high probability setup. Balance, breakout, back test, and hold. Right? Balance, breakout, back test, and hold. So for me, as long as we're above 192, I'm insanely bullish. Over 193.50, that's the break and hold level I'm going to have. I want to show you something on the weekly chart here real quick that I identified. What did we notice? We just had a nice weekly hammer. Buyers are there. 200 MA on the weekly, holding right at 188. 188 was our bounce zone. Very nice. Like to see this. Now, tomorrow, this week, moving in, now that we're above 192, I would like for us to stay above. The longer we could stay above 192, that's great. But I will be looking for any dips into 188 to 190. If that zone holds, this is a nice swing probability. Does this not just look like, I mean, Justin, you could tell me, right? You see it. I know you see it. Justin sees everything. I mean, come on, man. I mean, what do you call that? That look like a bull flag. Justin, you see that? I mean, it's clear as day. Rip up.
Right into the
and we're just
demand.
pulling back right into some old demand. Now let's go higher, right? So now any dips you're going to want to watch to see if we get this break. Do we get a test of these all-time highs? These are not all-time highs of these previous highs at 205. So for me, I love IWM for a swing this week. I do think we can get a small cap rally. We have seen some small cap tickers get some love, right? So I will be watching anywhere from 188 to about 190. If we get dips into that zone, great. If 192 holds, you can start our trade there. Probably looking at some February 200 calls. Just spitballing off the top. We'll have to see where we open up, and I'll get some more contracts out to you guys this evening after I go and dive a little bit deeper. Just been doing a lot of charting today. Okay, that's IWM for you. I've got two other tickers. Justin is Meta, or what was the other one I had written down? Or Oxy on your watch list this week? I don't want to.
They are not.
Okay.
I mean, I'm always watching Meta, but
no, you always
want.
Yeah.
Posted. Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
Justin's always watching Meta. So I'm going to hit these guys. I really like this swing trade opportunity. Look at this bad boy. Look at this bad boy. Weekly chart here. I mean, I bet the monthly even looks better. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Would you look at it? I told her to look at it. What does this look like? Another bull flag. Now we can get a dip under this 55. And I do think if we did, it would be kind of like this Disney situation that we had here, right? Remember this guy? Right? We had nice rip up, move down, broke under 90 for 2 days, and then rip back up. I do think this could be possibly what we could see here on Oxy. So if you're going to start a trade here on Oxy at 55, that's great. Stop loss should be wider. I'd call it 50 even. 50 even, the trade's broken for sure. But if you're buying time on your contracts, which they are affordable, I would look at March the earliest. Maybe enter here. Cool. Now we know daily closes under 50. I would just call it 50 even. Daily close under 50. This trade is invalidated. But I do love this Oxy trade. I'll be watching 50 to 55. That's a wide zone. We have to be reactors. Not everything's to the penny, guys. We know that, right? Okay. That's Oxy. Meta. Meta's my last one. What do we see here on Meta? I mean, real simple. Double top breakout. Tech is going insane. I don't know. The month isn't over yet, right? The month is not over yet. That's why this candle looks small, but this looks like very nice. This looks like bull flag move, right? I mean, we can see every chart is pointing to the upside. There's no need for anyone to get crazy and want to think it's time to short anything. Okay. And I'm definitely watching this break. So 384.33, call it 385. If we spend a daily close over 85, I do believe 400 is going to be on tap from here. Pretty much. Now, what can we also do here, guys? Really quick. This is my last one. So we got underneath these COVID lows, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Wow, Meta's just got beat up. I mean, I guess we could do a really far extended one. I'm just doing this. I haven't charted this at all. But we are, oh my lordy. We'll see. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up, but all we're going to be focusing on is 384.33. 36, excuse me. 384.36. Do we get the break? Do we get the break into 385? If we do, great. Watch for a back test and possibly go from here, guys. That's all I got for you, Justin. What's going on? What's happening, brother? What do you got for
What's
us?
going on, guys? Congrats on PayPal last week. We literally caught the entire move. I mean, the entire move we caught in the wolves in the Discord.
Yes.
So shout out to No Risk for that one.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful move there on PayPal. We caught it before the move. I mean, pretty simple, guys. Rising volume here on the weekly, rising volume on the daily. Everything is looking poised for continuation. I know they have some announcements, so it could be sell the news. Very, very likely, most of these things are sell the news. So let's see what happens here. One thing I do want to show everybody though is that we have a major gap fill that I will be looking for this week. 67, 67, 67 is going to be that level that everyone's eyes need to be on. Now we need to be watching if we take a break and hold over 67, I'll be looking to 69, 70. Over that, I'll be looking to the 72, 73 and into 75 into these highs right here for this gap fill. Putting in a nice big FVG here on the daily though. Watching for our pullback here into about 64 to 62. Watching about 64, 62 right into this demand. If we can pull back here, looking to take that long back up. But beautiful, beautiful setup, rising volume. We have MACD cross. 67 is my main watch for break and hold to the upside, or we could see sell the news. So just keep in mind, PayPal news breaks. I mean, do start to sell like crazy. Let's just take it short, right? Keep it very, very simple. One of the things that we need to know when we trade stocks is we can have our levels and we can have a bias towards a certain way, but when we just have one bias, you're going to lose money, plain and simple. We could say break and hold 67. What happens if we reject here at 67 and we fall all the way back down to 55? It's very, very possible, right? Even with this strength. So we need to keep in mind, all we need to do is draw our levels, know where they're at, play the price action in front of us. It's that simple, guys. Very, very simple. Stock trading is actually a very simple thing. It's not that hard. The only thing that makes it hard is our mental. That's it. The psychology behind it is the only thing that stops us. But as far as what stocks do, they trade level to level. It's a very simple thing to do. Not gonna lie, it's very simple. Breaking hold 67 to the upside, looking for this gap fill, like I said, 69 to 70 into about 72, 73, 75. Looking for that pullback into 64, 62 here to start the week on PayPal. Next on the list is going to be our favorite AMD. AMD here looking for a breakout for the all-time highs, right? For 176 break and hold to the upside. I'll be watching these nice psych levels. So one thing you can do is the fib extensions. That's one way you guys can play it when we're playing all-time highs, right? We're in a price discovery mode. There's two ways to play it. We can use fib extensions, which work very, very well. Another way to play it is if you're taking day trades or any kind of swings is what is the next psych level? Well, 176, the next psych level would be 180, right? So you took a break and hold of this. I'd look for 180, after 180, 185, and then obviously all the way up into 200 will be absolutely major. Is it going to get there? I don't know. No one knows. Let's just play again the price action that is in front of us. So watching 176 to break out into 180, 185, and then also watching for a pullback into about 168, 165. So 168, 165 will be my initial watch. Below 165, I'll look at 160 to hold. 160 is my line in the sand. Below 160, I think we'll go back down into about 150 area, 155, 150. So watching 168, 165 to hold first. Line in the sand for me is 160 on a pullback, 160 to hold on a pullback. Obviously breaking the highs to take long there. And again, rising volume, MACD cross. Another thing, again, if market gets ultra weak into these highs, let's look to take short, right? Very, very simple concept. Next on this is going to be Carvana. Beautiful break and retest. So when we're looking for pullbacks, this is a good example. When we're looking for pullbacks on any kind of stock, doesn't matter what it is, we're always looking for a pullback into demand. I mean, and here's Carvana with a textbook example of a breakout pullback right into demand, looking for that breakout. So just like on AMD, are any of these stocks I'm saying looking for a pullback, right? I'm looking for a pullback into some demand here, right? You can see that 160 is that line in the sand there. It's all the same thing. It's all relative. Doesn't matter what you're trading. We're looking for pullbacks, especially when we're taking something with strength, right? We're showing a lot of bullish movement, momentum. We're looking for that pullback right into demand. Very, very simple. We just look for the bottom demand. Where is it? It's right there. It's plain and simple. Right in front of you, looking to that demand bounce. That's exactly what happened with Carvana. Now, the thing with this one is typically this is better to take as a lotto swing, right? Very lot size. Take it as a swing versus a day trade, although we do get some pretty big moves on day trades. This week, I will be looking for this 43 to hold, this 43 level here to hold. I'll show you on the 1 hour, 43 here to hold, right? 44 to 43. Same thing, doesn't matter what time frame. Still pull back into, what do you know, into this demand, right? Heavy resistance levels. We have broken out. So what we would look for is that breakout to pull back into that resistance, which would now be a support resistance flip, turn into support. We take that long to the upside. One thing about Carvana is a 40% short float. So it still is a high short that can get squeezy if it wants to, right? So very, very high short for squeeze candidate. What I'll be watching this week though is for a break and hold over this 47.20. If that breaks and holds, I think we go see 50 over 50, nothing but room. It's about 53, 55, and then 60
Mm.
to the upside. Watching that 44, 43 to hold. If you want to be a little bit more risky, wait until that 40, about 42, this low to hold here, which is around 41.50, 42 to hold, to take long as well. But we do have rising volume, MACD cross across the board. Everything has rising volume, MACD crosses.
Yep.
Everything's looking bullish, essentially.
Very much. Guys, I want to add something, Justin, if you
Yeah.
don't mind. The Carvana, guys, we've had a lot of success with Carvana in the past. You don't need huge size here. And these contracts, because it is such a squeeze candidate, these contracts IV can get pumped up pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. So just be ready for that. Buy less, chill. Buy less, chill. But love the chart, Justin. I think this 41 back test is very nice. I do think if the rest of the market wants to just get going and just
We
keep on
can,
marching, this thing could get
yeah.
insane
I
for
mean,
sure.
we really have nothing but room to up
Yeah.
until 53, 55 here.
Yep.
Do have some supply here between 46 and 50, so just keep that in mind. But if we really want to squeeze through, it's gonna, I think 53, 55 is on deck for Carvana. So nice little lotto swing play for you guys. Next on the list is going to be Google. I like Google going into this week. Why? Because it just keeps on lagging. We are so close to all-time highs here. The only one that's just lags, right? I mean, it does produce some pretty big moves, but overall it kind of is very a choppy stock, right? It's kind of up, down, move up a little bit more and then kind of down. But we're so close to all-time highs here. Let's go to the daily. The daily printed at 152.90 back in February of 2022. It was a high there that day. So I'll be looking for a move back into that high. 147 break and hold over 147. If we take a look to the left here, really nothing but room into about 150 area here. After 150 into that high, about 152.90. So this week, all about 147, break and hold into 150. Over 150, we'll go see into all-time highs and then break out into all-time highs there. Also watching for a pullback into same thing into demand here, right? 144, 142. Looking for a pullback into this area to take long to the upside. As we know, I mean, we can see here just with this action, we're up, we're down, we're up, we're down, we're up, we're down, right? This is how Google trades. It's just the personality of it. So let's see if 144, 142 holds to take long, possibly swing candidate. 147 over into about 150 and then into all-time highs 152. Same thing, guys. MACD cross, rising volume, same thing on every single stock you will look at this week. Roku, last but not least, Roku. Throwing this nice little FVG here on the daily. This is a massive FVG though, below it. So it does have possible room down to the downside. But if we do break this, hold this 87.35, nothing but room back into about 91 here to fill this imbalance on Roku. So trying to give you guys a couple different names that aren't the Mag 7 that are great for small accounts that have really good premiums, really cheap premiums that you guys can take. We filled here, filled back into this demand right here. We're pushing back up, nothing but room in this imbalance back into 91 over that 87.35 break. You can even see it here cleaner on the 4 hour chart, 87.35. We can see there's nothing but room back up into that 91 level here. Now, again, guys, this week, One trade is all it takes. I've seen a lot of you trying to take too many trades, not for you. Seeing a lot of you trying to oversize. Know yourself, know your account, know where you are on your journey. A lot of you should be 1 to 2 contracts. If you have not had a profitable year, an entire year where you ended green, you should not be taking $500,000 trades, right? You should be 1 to 2 contracts, 50 to 100 trades until you've proven to yourself that you know what you're doing. You know how to get good entries. You know how to get exits. All about risk management, right? You learn risk management. You're not going to blow an account only taking 1 to 2 contracts. But what you do gain is building a foundation to build a really tall building or a really good trading career. It's all about starting slow. It takes years, a lot of screen time. Always ask me, how did you know that? How did you know that? 11 years doing this, a lot of screen time, a lot of time watching the charts. That's what you need in order to be successful. This doesn't take a rocket scientist to become successful in trading, right? All it is just understanding your personality, what's best for you, what type of trader you are. Are you a breakout trader? Are you a bounce type of trader? Are you more of a bearish type of trader? Do you like to take the downside more than the upside? Or are you a bull trader, right? It all depends on you, your personality. You got to find that, right? You have to find that. And the way you find that is by starting extremely small, sizing small, taking it one trade at a time. Like we say, what is it? What's the motto? Do
Do
less,
less, make more, all 2024, baby.
yes, do less, make
Yeah.
more, all 2024.
Mixtape dropping
Promise
soon.
you. Yeah. So, see everyone, bright and early. Yeah. 50%. Yeah. We can go back to there on the weeklies. Absolutely.
I
Putting
like
in a
Roku
nice
a
hammer
lot.
on Roku right into this big demand here. I mean, we could see it. Nice big old hammer. Weekly didn't get right above. Weekly looking. Let's see if we can put in that little reversal here though. So yeah. See everyone bright and early for pre-market huddle. Let's have another